Hi, guys, and welcome back to What the Frick podcast. I know it's been a minute since I've seen and talked to you all, but I have some more life updates. As you can see, if you're watching this on video, my scenery has changed. Last time I saw you guys, I was moving out of my 2-bedroom apartment with my roommate, and I was sitting on the floor, much like I am now, with boxes surrounding me, getting ready to move out. Well, here I am now. I am living currently with my parents up in Scottsdale. They have just bought a house. We don't currently have furniture at the moment. It's still being transported from their Las Vegas house. But luckily, I have my love sack right here that you guys have seen in some other videos. It's the only piece of furniture we currently have. So I had to include that in the video for you guys. But yeah, as you can see, I'm in a new location. I'm not sure where I'll be podcasting from on the regular, but for now, no one's home, and I kind of wanted to just do it right here in the living room for you guys, so that's exciting. So the title of this episode is I Quit My Job and Moved In with My Parents. And it's funny and also not funny at the same time. I did just recently quit my full-time salaried benefited job. I had been with that organization for a little over a year and a half, and I'm not gonna get into the necessarily nitty-gritty of it all, but I did decide to quit for many reasons, and it kind of worked out that around the time I was thinking that I wanted to leave that company, my parents decided they were going to be moving here. I've been wanting to try some newer things out lately. For those of you that are unaware, I'm like a creative producer, videographer, photographer, video editor, and I've been wanting to try freelance and contract work for a long time as like a full-time career, and you can actually make pretty good money off of it. It just takes a while to like build up clients and sort of just like build that up for yourself. The thing about doing that is it can be scary, and it's very inconsistent in terms of money. You're not getting like a salary every 2 weeks. You're getting whatever work you've done in that past 2 weeks. So it can be a lot or it can be a little, but I've always wanted to try it. I've always thought I'd be good at it, and I saw my parents moving to Vegas as a great opportunity for me to try that career out, and not having to pay rent every month was something that was really scary because I didn't want to be having this bill due every month if I'm like, well, am I going to have the money to pay it? So luckily I have wonderful parents who are allowing me to stay with them right now. I'm not planning on living here forever. It's more of a short-term commitment. I'm hoping to find my own apartment again at the end of summer, but wanted to really give this a try for the next few months and see what I can do with it and see if I'm successful. So that's where I am with that. It's crazy to think about, but I'm glad I did it. So I wanted to talk about quitting my job, and not necessarily just in terms of my life, but I have a lot of friends and a lot of people I know who have been just sort of going through this mindset of, I'm so tired of doing the same thing every day. I'm so tired of having to drive to an office, wasting my time in the car, in traffic, having to bring like an unhealthy lunch to work because you can't cook a fresh meal and then go to an office. It's like, okay, there's a microwave. Like, what are you going to do with that? So just a lot of people who I think have been really unhappy, and whether it's something simple like I don't want to sit in traffic, or something more complex like the place you're working is just very toxic for whatever reason, I think we should normalize more so doing what we want in this life. And it's a very like Gen Z millennial mindset to have. Both my parents have careers in their industries and they've been doing them for years. And when they saw me wanting to make this change, they were supportive, but their Gen X mindset is more like, well, what are you going to do? Like, you need money, you need health benefits, you need all this stuff. And yeah, they're right. but I want to try and do it in my own way, because what's the point in living this life if I'm unhappy? I would go to work every day and have massive amounts of anxiety because of the people I worked with and the things that I was asked to do. And part of that was just part of the job description, which I learned I just didn't fit very well anymore coming into where I am now in life. But why would I stay in like a toxic situation that's literally giving me anxiety? Like, I would be out to dinner with my family, I would get a message from my boss, and I would just start to shake because I didn't know how, and I didn't want to deal with the conversation that we were having. So it became a big, moment of, I need to make a change here. And yeah, money is important. And luckily, like I said, I had the means to be able to move into my parents' house. And, I have other things going for me. And not everybody has those components to their life where they can do those things. But I think I had been building up to it for a long time of, I know I want to leave at some point, and I need to figure out the best way to do it. That's going to be good for my mental health, my physical health, but also not put me, broke and in debt. And so it was a long time coming, and I was finally able to do it, and I feel so much more refreshed. I feel like I can finally do the things that I want to do. I have a lot of trips planned for the summer that I would never have been able to do had I stayed at this job. I have I haven't been able to see friends in a really long time because my work schedule was crazy, and I was working not only my full-time job but like three part-time jobs on the side. And a lot of people were saying, "Well, you're doing this to yourself. Like, why are you doing this?" And the biggest reason why I was working so many side jobs is because I enjoyed those side jobs. I enjoyed doing them, and it gave me like a sense of fulfillment that I wanted with my full-time job. But my full-time job was obviously giving me, the health benefits and the salary aspect to be able to live my life, whereas these other side jobs were more like side hustles and things that were just sort of supplementing my lifestyle. So yeah, it was really scary to essentially take away, those benefits and that salary, but I've never felt more excited for the future and just the things I have planned. My friends were texting the other day saying, "Let's plan something for the summer," and I can actually like plan something now because I have the time, whereas before I didn't. And as millennial and Gen Z as it sounds, like, I want to make my own schedule. I want to make my own lifestyle. I want to be able to sort of call the shots in my own life. And while I have nothing wrong with having a manager and a boss, because my other jobs, I do have one of those, but it's a very healthy and communicative relationship, whereas the one I was in at my full-time job was not like that. I didn't feel like I could fully like explain myself and my needs and what I needed to do to be happy in that job. So I think we should normalize, I'm not saying go out there and quit your job because a lot of people can't do that, but I think we should normalize, following your goals and following your dreams. And if that for you means leaving your job and starting something completely new, I don't think there's something that wrong with that. Obviously, if you have like $0, if you're going to quit your job and you have to pay your rent and your car and for food, then you need to figure something out and figure out a way to get there, whether that's saving a ton of money and not spending money for a year so that you can leave that job. That's an option. Or until you find a new job, that's an option. But I don't think we should be like, what's the word I want to use here? Like, looking down on people who are doing this. And I was nervous to tell some people about this just because they're like, "Well, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to pay for things?" And it's like, I've figured it out. I've done the thinking, I've done the planning, and I've figured it out. So, like, I'm going to be fine. Thank you so much for your concern, but like, worry about yourself. So if someone is out there that's thinking about making a lifestyle change, no matter what that is, I think, unless they're out there, saying, I don't know, something crazy. I'm gonna sell my whole like world and become a farmer. Actually, there's nothing wrong with that. I support that as well. You know what I'm saying though? Like if someone's doing something so outrageous where you might need to step in, then that makes sense. But if someone's just trying to make a lifestyle change and they've clearly thought it out and they've explained it, then let them live their lives and let them be happy. Another reason I was so happy to move home was I am now living with my dogs. This is Theo. Can't see him. Here he is. This is little baby Theo. Um, he's adorable. He's got to sit next to me at all times. And yeah, this is another one of the main reasons why I literally wanted to live at home. I have this weird feeling of like missing out on my dogs' lives, and they're only around for so long, and I want to be with them as much as possible. They're my best friends, and I don't know what else to say. He's adorable. Look at him. I mean, he's so cute. Let me see if I can get the other one. Bear, come here. Come here. Come here, honey. Come sit. Oh, come here. This is Bear. Say hi, Bear. But anyway, this is the other main reason why I wanted to live at home. They're so cute. I mean, look at them. Who wouldn't want to quit their job, move in with their parents to be around these two? I mean, is this not the goal in life to have a house and have kids? Because I'm already there. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining, honey. I know I had mentioned it in my previous episode about some people have an interesting opinion when I tell them that I'm moving home or that I moved home. They're either like, that's awesome, good for you, like saving so much money. Or they're like, oh, that sucks, like you're living at home. And there's pros and cons for sure. But I enjoy living at home. I enjoy being around my parents. We get along very well. Yeah, there's moments here and there where I'm like, it would be so nice to just have my own apartment again and be able to come and go as I please and do what I want. But my parents don't stop me from doing anything or going out, so I don't have issues with that. It's just more so, I'm living constantly with, my parents. So, but it's not bad. And like I said, it's only like a short-term commitment really that I'm making. So I'm going to try to make the most of it while I can. I don't have many other updates. I think that's a pretty big one, quitting my job and moving in with my parents. I thought about getting into the nitty-gritties of why I quit my job, but overall it's not important. I think if you want to leave a toxic work environment and it's something that's not fixable, then you should do so. So I'm not going to get into it because this would be a very long episode, and I'm trying to cleanse myself of that situation currently, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. But overall, those were my major updates for you guys. I want to start, I know I've been saying this the past few weeks, getting more consistent with this again. It's just been so much, like the whole quitting my job thing took up so much of my mental space that trying to find time for this was just too much for me. But now that I've done it, I'm hoping to get back on schedule with this on a more regular basis. Like I said, I have so much coming up, so many activities planned and things going on. So I'm going to have a lot more stories to share and a lot more things going on. Maybe do a vlog when we got furniture in here. That could be fun. I'm trying to get my mom to come on the podcast too because she's got so many fun stories. She just doesn't want to come on the podcast, but I think if I get her to have a few glasses of wine, she might pop on. So we're going to aim for that. But yeah, thanks for joining. This is a short episode this week. I just wanted to update you guys on where I was and how things were doing. But just know that I am doing amazing, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. and go out there and follow your dreams and follow your passions. And I'm excited. It's summer, Talk Girl Summer. We got lots of things coming up. So I'm excited. And thank you guys so much for joining. Once again, I will see you guys hopefully next week. But if not, very, very soon. Bye.